Yo, guys, Urban Bars brings you the best UK reactions to rap, hip hop, and urban music from all around the world. And guys, today I'm bringing sad news, and it's news from the world of wrestling. Last night, a great legend of the wrestling industry, our man Scott Hall, passed. And I think he was 62 years of age, and it was at the result of a surgery. But guys, I grew up with wrestling in my blood from the old school of wrestling, from the days of Southern Championship Wrestling, Midwest Wrestling, even before I got into things like WWE, I was a fan of the NWA or the World Class Championship Wrestling, etc. And one of the first guys I saw in World Class Championship Wrestling was our man Scott Hall. And he was there with another guy, Magnum TA, Terry Allen. And when I first saw Scott Hall, I was amazed. He was a physical specimen, guys, but he could wrestle. And the picture you see here is Scott Hall as he returned to the NWO, I think in the late 1990s, around 96, 97, etc., after his stint with WWF. But guys, Scott Hall was an incredible wrestler. He was incredible, guys. And a lot of you remember him as the days when he was with the WWE as Razor Ramon. I remember him bringing that image as Diamond as the Diamond Stud in WCW, guys. Scott Hall was incredible. And I remember he had the swag, the swagger. He was one of the first guys I remember seeing with the swag and the way he talked, hey chico, and all the things. He had the toothpick in his mouth, etc., etc. He took that gimmick to WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it, and became a superstar. I knew Scott Hall was going to become a superstar even before the days of the Diamond Stud, even before the days when he came to WWE as Razor Ramon, and he had those incredible matches, the ladder match, the Intercontinental Championship matches with Shawn Michaels. Guys, oh my goodness. The things I can tell you about Scott Hall, incredible wrestler, incredible. But guys, I'm just going to say about Scott Hall, he's passed too soon. And I just want to give my respect just to say that Scott Hall is an incredible wrestler. But guys, even before that, in the days of WCW, this is how I remember Scott Hall. I remember him as this. Scott Hall was one of the biggest wrestlers you see in those days. He was huge. He had that blonde, all squiggly hair, etc. But I remember him, he used to wear them sheepskin clothes, the sheepskin boots, the sheepskin jacket, etc., etc. But he was a phenomenal wrestler, Scott Hall. And then when he joined WCW later on as Diamond Stud, and then WWE as Razor Ramon, he really tapered himself. But he was a huge specimen, absolutely massive. And him and Magnum TA, I thought they were going to be the future of wrestling, guys. Trust me on this. But Scott Hall was an incredible wrestler. But in the later life as a wrestler, he had his own problems with addictions, etc., etc. But Scott was incredible on the mic. He was an incredible wrestler. He was incredible setting the pace in a wrestling match. He absolutely sold a match and sold a storyline and sold the story of a wrestling match from start to finish. I absolutely loved watching him wrestle. I loved him as the Diamond Stud. And he had that move that Diamond Dallas Page started calling the Diamond Cutter, you know. Oh, unbelievable. But Scott Hall was one of my favorite wrestlers. And I am just amazed and I'm stunned and I'm saddened that he's passed so soon. You know, I mean, Scott is always going to be associated with Kevin Nash, you know, or who I knew as Vinny Vegas from way back in the days as well, and his time with Hulk Hogan as well. But he was an incredible wrestler. He was incredible for the business, and I'm sure everyone who knows Scott Hall, whether you know him as Scott Hall, as I knew him from way back in the days, or whether you knew him as Diamond Stud in his early run with WCW, or you knew him as Razor Ramon, El Chico, all that sort of stuff. You know, his matches with Shawn Michaels in the WWE, or as plain old Scott Hall. He was an incredible wrestler. He's an incredible addition to the NWO. He made wrestling incredible, or those Monday Nitro Wars, etc., etc., etc. I just want to say Thank you, Scott Hall, for being an incredible personality, an incredible wrestler, and incredible for the sport. I mean, it's a massive loss to wrestling, and I just hope that you can rest in peace, assured that your legend will never fade in wrestling. You were one of the great, great, great attributes to the sport. And I'm going to say this picture is how I remember Scott Hall. That's when I first got into wrestling, seeing Scott Hall, seeing people like Magnum TA, you know, wrestlers like that, and Manny Fernandez, who was probably my favorite, the Raging Bull, etc., way, way back in the mid 1980s. But I'm just going to say Scott Hall, incredible wrestler, incredible personality, and we will miss you. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Guys, I'm out.